The last thing he says to us before he turns and walks is, "Oh, by the way, don't feed the monkeys." I go to Kenya to visit on a trip with my brother, my father, and my father has some conference he was going to, and obviously, my brother and I were just not interested in the conference whatsoever. So we decided to go out to explore. Now, my brother's friend, luckily, his friend from high school lived in Kenya, and they had this nice safari setup where they would carry, celebrities and all swanky type of folk on these exclusive safaris. So he says to us, I will take you guys out on a safari for the weekend at cost. You just go there and you just simply pay for the gas and whatnot, and you can basically get to experience an exclusive safari. So we're like, yeah, this sounds awesome. Let's do it. So from Nairobi, which is the capital, going out to where the safari was a bit of a drive. So we're along the way. It's going through, and we stop. He says that you have to stop at this restaurant. Like it's outdoors. The whole restaurant is outdoors, and it's built around this big tree. I don't remember the name of it, but it's built around this big tree. And so there's a tree, and then there's like a few little ponds. And then when you look up, you're like dozens of monkeys in the tree, right? So you walk in, and then we sit down, and then the tree is probably where you are right there, and the distance is fairly close. So it's maybe 6 feet, 7 feet from the end of our table to the trunk of the tree. And then there's a little board around the tree, like a little, I don't know, it's almost like a table or a tree or something that they built around the tree. And so we're there, and the guy comes, takes our order. So it's myself, my brother, the tour guide, and his wife. So we're there and we're talking, and the guy takes our order. And the last thing he says to us before he turns and walks is, "Oh, by the way, don't feed the monkeys," right? And we're like, "All right, yeah, sure." And then he walks off and then turns back and says, "No, I'm serious. Don't feed the monkeys." And then he walks off. So I'm like, okay, don't feed the monkeys. All right, cool. So we eat and everything. He brings the food, we eat, and everything is good. And again, just dozens of monkeys up in the tree. Imagine it, it's a little bit strange to just have monkeys up in the tree and you're eating at a table outside, and it's just weird. But the guy was like, "Oh, food was good and this is the experience and blah, blah, blah." So I'm like, all right, having a ball, eating, the food was really good. And, we're done now. So the guy goes and he takes our plates, and we have these rolls, bread rolls. And my brother, genius as he is, he decides that, you know what? I'm actually going to feed the monkeys. So there's a monkey on the little ledge. So like I said, they built like a board around the tree trunk, right? And it's like a little ledge. So there's a monkey that has climbed down, and he's just sitting on the ledge by the trunk of the tree. And he's sitting and he's just looking at us. And then my brother goes and he takes a roll and he goes and puts it right on the edge of the table. And I was like, "Yo, the guy just said don't feed the monkeys, right? What are you doing?" And he's like, I just want to see." And he puts it on the edge. And the monkey, again, it must have been at least 6 feet the distance from, the ledge to the end of the table. So the monkey's there, he's just looking, and then all of a sudden he leaps, lands on the chair, grabs the roll, and the minute he did that, you'd have thought it was raining monkeys, because they like all of the monkeys came down and they were on top of our table in like that. In a second, they were just like, whoosh. And I was so shocked. I couldn't even do anything. And like the entire staff had to come in, and they were chasing the monkeys out, and we were just like, "Oh, I guess that's why you don't feed the monkeys." And so, obviously people were pissed, and we're like, "Oh, sorry, I just put the roll there and I didn't think it was." And I was just sitting back and I'm cracking up laughing. And we left the area, the restaurant, And then, sure enough, the last thing we see was a sign that we clearly missed on the way in, and it says, "Under no circumstances should you feed the monkey." So, yeah.